Welcome back everyone to our second video on this game, Freeways. If you didn't catch the first one, there'll probably be a link to it in the description box down below. There are more levels, as I learned at the end of this game. I thought it was just a small thing with 9, and I believe after you've done these, there is another ring of levels. So we're going to be playing a lot of this game by the looks of it, but one thing that I would like to do is adjust my playstyle a little bit. I want to get through more levels in this video, and if you're enjoying what is now a series, I guess, be sure to hit that like button. It helps out the channel and all of that good stuff, so thank you as always. By the way, we can left click on this thing over here. Gives you a little bit more information about the game. Apparently these are self-driving cars that we are designing roads for, and this thing down here will turn the efficiency on and off, and you can see there is efficiency on each of the different levels. This one over here we did extremely well on, and that is a roundabout design. Now I would like to also try and get more different interchange designs going. You should also be able to see my cursor on the screen now. I'm recording this with a different method, and straight away I'm like, hang on a second, I had a design idea, but we might not be able to use it because it looks like we're going to be forced to use the roads in a particular way. Quick experiment. If we drag from down here and go up, right, we can't go over that. Now, is that because it's a two-tool thing? Like, nope, it looks like you're probably not going to be able to go around any of these obstacles at all. What I would like to do is clear the level. So I'm thinking there needs to be like a ring road, and then we add connections to all of it. So essentially it's a roundabout design again, but we need to kind of hug the walls here, and we want those nice smooth turns. Oh, that looks a little bit too sharp to be fair, but we're always going to be forced to do something like that, right? Then come down. And bam, we got our ring road. So now we need to make the connections. It's going to be pretty simple. Now the network is complete, and I've just been thinking, what about some shortcut roads? There really isn't any we can add that perhaps maybe like a road that goes out the outside over across here, but then this way is probably quicker, so the car's going to go that way. I reckon there's one place where you might be able to have a turning off and make a bit of a shortcut, right? Because if you're coming onto the roundabout here and you want to get off over there, then you need this shortcut. So hopefully that makes a difference. I can't think of what else we could do here. I guess maybe we could actually add another shortcut road as well. I don't know if this is going to get used. And then we get to use heights like that, and then we come back down again and we go through here, and we're going to connect in that spot. Connects please. There we go. It's found a connection. And they're using it, but I got a feeling the efficiency here is going to be rubbish. So let's speed it up. Oh, it does look a bit rough, doesn't it? So this area here is the bad bit. 1 to 8. If you're playing along with me, remember there's a link to the game in the description box down below. No, it's not a sponsored video before you comment. Jeez. If you're playing along, you want to try and beat my efficiencies, I'm sure you're going to do better than I am doing at this game. Cool. Alright, so now we're going to go up a level to this one here. I like doing them in succession where the roads connect, you know, because the whole network connects as a whole. It's time for me to scratch my noggin and see what we can come up with here. There we go, basic roads in place. We have a connection from 9 south to the office building and 9 to 9 alt. And we're going to focus on our 9 to 9 alt route first of all. We're going to peel off a road on this side that's going to make 2 connections. One is like that into that little area. That could probably all be smoother. I really wish there was a way to edit this just so you can focus on getting some smoother connections. Okay, and then we got that there. So this road goes to the office building and over to this space. Now when it comes to the other side of the road, we're going to put a turning off here that's going to go down like that, make a connection, bam, there it is. And then the other one is going to be, that's right, yeah, it was coming off of here and then going onto that road. It looks a little bit weird now I go to execute it. So down like that and around like so. Cool, we've made that connection. Now we've got to do the same thing with the other roads. So this outbound road needs a connection off to the side here, like so, and then it needs to get across to the other side as well. I think a little peel off here that goes around like that might just be the way to do it. Make a connection already. There we go. Jeez. So now the office building needs a connection like that. Very good. And then peeling off the side of it, we're going to go up, over, and then down. And yes, it's all pretty awful, but it's a complete network, and you know what it isn't? A roundabout. It's always easier just to build a roundabout, it seems. And the traffic flows through that pretty well. This bit is a little bit janky. It could be smoother. And 117 is not what I was expecting. That's really, really good. Let's go back to the menu. What's our benchmark? What's our best score? Isn't it like 500? And that one's got a roundabout. Of course it does. Okay, well, there's no connection at the top there. I guess there is from the side, so we'll keep moving around the outside here. And wow, you know what I'm going to say straight away? It's so obvious. A roundabout is required here. So the next step is pretty obvious, right? We are going to just bring these two connections onto this roundabout. Well, we're actually going to do it, but in a little bit of a different way than expected. Now, it'll tell me I've completed this network when I do that there. Let's say we had a green car coming in here. It's got to go all the way around. So what I also want to add is a road like this that goes up and through the middle and go down again, I guess. Oh, it turned around on itself there. Let's hope that doesn't cause a problem. And then it makes its connection here. There we go. What's going on? I think the game glitched out a little bit there. It thought I was still trying to build. Let's hope that doesn't mess things up too much. And let's simulate this traffic. Well, okay, the middle road is getting used. And now it has backed up like crazy. 69? I thought this one was going to be a piece of cake. Oh dear. Maybe we need to rethink this one. Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to make exit roads that go all the way over to here, and our entrance road is going to connect to all the different locations. But the key thing is to add this little road right here in. There we go. It takes a while to connect sometimes, doesn't it? And that means that anything exiting can now become a car going to one of these locations, right? So the next thing we need to do is connect all the other roads. How was I going to do this? This one could swing around into this location, and this one's going to have to go up and over. So what we'll do here is we'll bring it up. Oh, it'll disappear apparently. There we go. We brought it up straight away. This thing's being funky again. We'll bring it over this road, and then we'll drop it down, and it connects here just before the turnaround like that. So now they can turn around and go to those locations. That looks super janky, doesn't it? Then we've got the same thing going on over here. So what we'll do is go across, and we'll go up, bam, and then down again, and we'll connect over here somewhere. Also, one of those arrows points in the wrong direction, which is really alarming. Do not know what's going on with that. Right, so now we've got to get this road to go to all the other connections. So we're going to create a branch off of this side that's going to go under that road and down into this one, but it's going to continue around as well. And this is where, you know, it's getting a little bit long-winded, and it might not be the most efficient way of doing things, but I'm hoping it will get us there. There's not enough of space in that corner, I think, so what we're actually going to do is go up, go down, and around. And that is a completed network. This thing here is clearly going to be the bottleneck though, right? So perhaps we'll try and alleviate this by adding in an extra road on the side here. And I think I've completely messed that up. But hopefully that connection works. It looks like they're using it. You know, we've just created two big bottlenecks right at the entrance. So this probably ain't going to be much better, is it? Oh, it seems to be working. It seems to be working. That's good to see. 178, nowhere near 300. Maybe I'll come back and play that one again. But that was an interesting one. I thought the roundabout would be the easy way of doing this, but it turned out not to be so. Okay, this one's going to lead us diagonal to the top corner. We've only played 3 of these so far, and they're really, really tricky. Once again, a roundabout has come to mind. And here we are laying in the last road. And let's speed it up. I think the key to good roundabout design is not to have the connections too close to one another. That always seems to make it a little bit of a bottleneck. Now the efficiency there is not good either. So what can we do to improve it? We're jammed as well. Oh no, we've been jammed. It's this road here that I think's a little bit tricky. Maybe what we'll do is rebuild it, but we won't have this connection on the inside. So I've got a feeling that the size of the roundabout could help a lot. Imagine this was a dinky circle in the middle, right? It wouldn't be so great. So I tried to spread it out a lot. And we're going to add a couple of shortcuts here as well. We're going to create a sort of slip road thing from there to there. Another one over on this side, right? To alleviate a tiny amount of traffic. Now the next thing that we're going to do will be getting a little bit crazy with it, I think. Well, actually, here's the thing. We've got enough space here to pull this road off. And oh, those curves are horrible. And you know, in order to redo that, I've got to redo the whole thing. But when it comes to this one, there isn't really an obvious place for it to rejoin the roundabout. So we're actually going to rejoin in 2 places. So we're going to come off like this. Then we're going to go up. There's the up button. We're going to bring it back down into the middle. And then we're going to curl off in 2 directions. One on that side. And then once again, we're going to have another road coming down here and joining over there. And then also what we're going to do is grab a road and take it to there. So hopefully the traffic gets distributed to its exits a little bit easier. Also, we could add a road over here going like that. And hopefully that makes a bit of a difference. Do you want to move a bit more? What's it doing? Okay, it's disappeared. Time to speed things up, peeps. And it looks a little bit better, but it is still enduring some problems. Lots of blue cars getting stuck in there as well. 162. Well, since we had so many blue cars, how about we just try and make this a tiny bit better? We go up here, down there, and connect in that space. Let's see what happens. I see like a couple of cars here and there using it, but it's still pretty rough. 197. We're slowly getting better. Now, we've got a lot of the green cars that want to go over here. And they seem to be doing a little loop-the-loop, and they cross over with that traffic. So they are coming out of here. I don't really think there's enough room, but let's try it, since we've already sort of done the level. Okay, let's add in a horrible little road like that. And that seemed to make a fair difference again. 217. Every time we add these little roads, we make it a little bit better. But I think we'll leave it there. We go back to the map. That was an interesting one. It doesn't really look like a roundabout anymore as well. Hilarious. Okay, next one is this one over here. So I was going to make a cloverleaf here, but as you'll see these cars doing, they turn around in the middle of the road. And that is because we're driving on the right-hand side going across here, and the left-hand side on that road, which is just, once again, push me towards, hey, let's just, you know, build a roundabout and take care of this. I want to build a cloverleaf at some point, but it ain't going to be this one. I got a feeling it's going to be very easy for me to mess this up now, but we want a connection coming off to the side, doing a U-turn, and going into the road like that. That's not terrible. Now we need something similar on this side over here, because cars can come off at this point. So, like so, and then curling into there. Then we need the same thing again at the top, right? So they're coming through here, they're going to come off to the side and curve around there. There's really not enough space. I made this circle too close to the top, right? And then again, on the other side, going to pull off there, turn around. Oh, that was absolutely awful, that connection. Oh, I wish there was an undo button. Let's speed it up. Let's see how awful it is. It's pretty rough, and it got jammed. Oh dear, it didn't even survive a simulation, peeps. These levels are getting tougher and tougher, and now that thing's stuck on the screen. Let's simulate it again to get rid of it. Oops. I went up a little bit there, but it's okay. And that, I think, looks pretty good, doesn't it? So rather than going all the way up here, into the roundabout, all the way around it, you can now take that exit off. Hopefully that'll move enough to keep the traffic flowing. It seems to have helped. We're not getting jammed, at least. 293. That made a massive difference, those 2 roads. We went from jam to almost 300. Craziness. Let's go to the menu. Let's pick another level to play. Guess what one it's going to be? It's going to be the one to the side of this one. And that is not a lot of room to operate in. Yikes, is all I can say to that. Absolute yikes. Right, let's take that approach. Let's do a ring road thing on here. Straight away I've realised I think my ring road is in the wrong direction because we're driving on the right. Jeez! Let's rebuild it. I'm trying to stretch this as best I can. You can see the roads overlap the buildings a little bit. Let's add an exit there and an entrance here. So I think what we'll end up doing is adding in a few extra roads, right? Like this is going to be good to get us so far, but in order to get some good efficiency, we're probably going to need some extra little junctions and stuff. So that wasn't as tricky as I thought it would be, but you can see the traffic joining here. Pretty slow, and I guess we're going to see jammed or something very low. And I'm not really sure where we can add extra roads as well, to be fair. So 128. Okay, so I got an idea that may not really help us at all. Let's add a connection from here up to there, right? Like a little shortcut, so you don't have to go all the way around the roundabout. And then let's give it a try. So 128, does that increase it at all? It should do a little bit, I guess. You can see cars going through it. 178, it added 50. Now what if we added the same in reverse? Cars coming from this way don't want to go all the way around, they want to go straight down there. So let's start it about here. Nice big curve, that seemed to do the trick. And we see cars using it, not so often, but everything makes a difference, right? So 178 to 208. We added 30 that time. Goodness me. I'm becoming a traffic expert, I think. Right. The only other place I can really see us adding a little shortcut now. Possibly... No, I think there's just one other place to add a road. So we're going to go like that. And those connections, you see they turn to the side. Not very smooth. We could actually lower it. Although I don't see a single car using it. One car went through it. 198. What did I say? It would lower it. I should never have made that road. Let's go back to the map. What are we going to do next? This one over here, of course. Okay, we're going to try and cloverleaf this. And I think the way you want to look at it is when the cars have gone the furthest they can go, like over the road, that's when you want to pull off a connection. Oh, that looks so awful. Looks really bad. I hate that. Oh, okay. And then when this green car has gone all the way over to here, that's where the next part of the cloverleaf is. And again, really not very good. Not good at moving the mouse, am I? So then this one comes over here, and it goes off to the right. That's a little bit better. That was a good one. And then where's the next connection? This one, coming all the way across, getting to about here, and then doing a little cloverleaf. Apparently that's a complete network. Well, let's simulate it then. I thought there was going to be more to it than that. I wonder what the efficiency on that is. 112, and the aim there I think is 150. Maybe that's like an achievement, because that little box doesn't always appear there. Now on a cloverleaf there is another intersection as well, which would be for this one to go all the way up to that one. So I guess what it does is it goes through, it goes around like that, then it goes around like that, and again to get to its exit. So that's why this thing's here. Interesting. Ah, we learned something. I never really thought you could drive around it that way. So if we add that in, then it can't do that. So then this one over here needs a connection going across like that. And last of all, that one there. Right, so from 112... Ah, look at that. Wow, I think we've actually built a good road network here. 92? Why is it lower? I want a recount. Jeez, I want a recount. How did that get lower? I do not understand. That looks so much better. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Maybe it's because I used more concrete overall. That could be related to the efficiency. I've kind of assumed it's the amount of cars going through. Interesting. Well, that was unfortunate, I guess. So if the amount of concrete used does have a lot to do with efficiency, then we'll try and use as little as possible. There, here. I'm going to create a turning off at this point. It goes over there, and I don't know where it's going to go next, so we're going to leave that alone. Then we're going to come down here, go over it, bring it back down again, and we haven't used a crazy amount of concrete in this scenario. Right, so that's the input connection. Let's not use a lot of concrete and merge these roads together. Oh, that doesn't look good, does it? Can I drag you across? Yeah, I think we've dragged it across and connected it. Right, so now they can go in. And then when it comes to exits, we want to go down to this bit and we want to go across that way. So let's bring it down to about there. Hopefully that gives us enough space to peel off. Go up, across, down, and connect. Oh, come on. Where's my connection? I probably used a lot of concrete in that last bit. But that's a complete network. It looks relatively small, doesn't it? So let's speed it up. And the traffic really flows through there. It doesn't look like it's getting backed up. And we haven't used a lot of concrete. 480. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how this game is played. Oh my goodness me, 480. That's our highest. No, it's not our highest, it's our second highest. And I think that's where we're going to wrap up this video. We've done half of the new levels, so in the next one we'll do loads of those. Well, we've done more than half, but we'll do all of those. And then there's going to be another ring of levels as well. So if you have enjoyed this video and you like the more cut and sped up style of it, then leave a like down below. Let me know what you think of it with a comment. And I will see you in the next one. So ciao for now. Bye-bye.